The mysterious desert. As the group ventured further into Alvaria, they found themselves standing at the edge of a vast, scorching desert known as the Desert of Illusions. The sand beneath their feet seemed to shimmer with an otherworldly glow, and the air carried a surreal, dreamlike quality. The desert was a treacherous land, where reality and fantasy intertwined, and travelers often lost their way amid the mirages that played tricks on their minds. Yet, despite the challenges that lay ahead, the group's determination remained unyielding. Emily, with her guiding spirit, gazed out at the vast expanse of sand and said, "We must cross this desert to continue our quest and protect Alvria's harmony. The Desert of Illusions may be treacherous, but our unity will be our anchor in this enigmatic realm." Thalia, the gentle healer, nodded in agreement. "We have faced trials and dilemmas before," she said. "Our bond as companions has seen us through, and it will guide us through the illusions that await." Aria, with her connection to celestial rhythms, looked at the horizon with a mixture of curiosity and determination. "This desert is sent to challenge perceptions and bend reality," she remarked. "We must remain vigilant and trust in our bond to discern truth from deception." Riven, the inventive mind, scanned the vast desert landscape with an inquisitive gaze. "The illusions may lead us astray," he said, "but we have faced trials of the mind before. We must rely on our unity and wits to overcome them." Solus, who had once been ensnared in shadows, felt a sense of caution. "The Desert of Illusions will test our resolve," he warned, "and we may encounter our deepest fears and doubts, but we must confront them with unity." Lyra, the guardian of secrets, listened to the whispers of the desert winds, attuned to the land's mystique. "The illusions may challenge our purpose," she said, "but we must remember our quest to protect Alvria's heart and stay true to our bond." As they took their first steps into the Desert of Illusions, the group knew that they were embarking on a perilous journey. The treacherous sands concealed a myriad of illusionary trials, each designed to challenge their minds and their unity. Yet, with their hearts united and their purpose clear, they were determined to face whatever the desert had in store for them. As the mysterious realm surrounded them, they were prepared to embrace the illusions, knowing that their unwavering bond as companions would be their guide through the enigmatic and surreal landscape that lay ahead. Mirage and reality. The journey through the Desert of Illusions was unlike any they had experienced before. As they trekked across the shifting sands, mirages danced before their eyes, blurring the lines between reality and fantasy. An oasis shimmered in the distance, only to vanish as they approached. A mirage of their deepest desires beckoned, tempting them to veer off course. Emily, Thalia, Aria, Riven, Solus, and Lyra were all aware of the illusions that surrounded them, and they relied on their unity and trust to navigate through this perplexing realm. They knew that falling for the mirages could lead them astray from their quest to protect Alvria's harmony. At times, the desert seemed to challenge their understanding of reality, forcing them to question what was true and what was mere illusion. They encountered illusions that played with their senses, making them doubt the ground beneath their feet and the sky above their heads. It became a test of their minds to discern truth from deception. Emily, as the guiding force of their unity, reminded them, "These mirages are meant to challenge our perceptions and distract us from our path. We must rely on our bond and trust in each other to see through the illusions." Thalia, the gentle healer, added, "The lure of false promises may be strong, but our unity is stronger. We must stay true to our purpose and not be swayed by illusions." Aria, attuned to celestial rhythms, cautioned, "The Desert of Illusions seeks to test the depths of our conviction. We must remember our quest and the harmony we seek to protect." Riven, the inventive mind, kept his focus on the group's unity as they traversed the treacherous terrain. "We have faced challenges together," he said, "and we must continue to rely on each other to stay on course." Solus, who had once struggled with shadows, felt a sense of determination. "The illusions may attempt to sow doubt," he said, "but our bond will light the way through this desert." Lyra, the guardian of secrets, observed the group's resilience with admiration. "The illusions will test us, but our unity is our strength," she said. "We shall overcome these trials together." As they journeyed further into the Desert of Illusions, the mirages intensified, tempting them with illusions that preyed on their deepest desires and fears. It was a constant battle of wills, but their unwavering commitment to each other and their purpose anchored them. They knew that unity was the key to overcoming the lure of false promises and staying on course. With every step they took, they relied on their bond as companions to see through the illusions and discern reality from fantasy. As they continued their quest, the group understood that their unity was not just a source of strength but also a compass that guided them through the shifting sands of the desert of illusions. They faced the mirages with courage and resilience, knowing that their bond would lead them to the heart of Alvaria's secrets and protect the realm they loved from the shadows that threatened to encroach. Personal fears unveiled. As the group ventured deeper into the desert of illusions, the illusions took on a more personal and intimate nature. Each member faced illusions that delved into their deepest fears and doubts, challenging them to confront their innermost vulnerabilities. Emily, the guiding force of their unity, found herself in an illusion that mirrored her fear of failure. In this mirage, she saw Alvaria crumbling under the weight of darkness, and she felt the weight of the realm's future resting solely on her shoulders. Doubts crept in, but she held firm to her bond with her companions, knowing that she was not alone in this journey. Failure, the gentle healer, confronted illusions that unearthed her fear of inadequacy. She saw herself unable to heal those in need, her hands trembling with doubt, but her companions surrounded her with unwavering support, reminding her of the countless lives she had touched with her healing touch. Aria, with her connection to celestial rhythms, faced illusions that played on her fear of losing her way. In these mirages, she wandered alone in the desert, the moon hidden behind a veil of darkness, but her bond with the group anchored her, and she knew that her path was intertwined with theirs. Riven, the inventive mind, grappled with illusions that taunted his fear of failure as an inventor. He saw his creations crumbling before him, and his confidence wavered. Yet, with the encouragement of his companions, he drew strength from the knowledge that failure was a part of growth. Solus, who had once been ensnared in shadows, confronted illusions that sought to pull him back into darkness. He faced his past fears and doubts head-on, knowing that the light of their unity would guide him through any darkness. Lyra, the guardian of secrets, saw illusions that exposed her fear of betrayal. In these mirages, secrets were weaponized against her, but she knew that her companions had no hidden agendas, only trust and loyalty. Each member of the group faced their individual struggles, but they supported each other through their emotional journeys. The desert's illusions seemed relentless, but they leaned on their bond, reminding each other of their shared purpose and the strength they drew from their unity. In facing their fears and doubts, the group learned valuable lessons. They understood that vulnerabilities did not weaken them but were the very essence of their humanity. It was their willingness to confront and conquer their personal fears that made them stronger as individuals and as a united force. "Our unity is our armor," Emily said, her voice resolute. "Together, we face our fears, and together, we emerge stronger than before." Thalia, with newfound conviction, added, "Our bond is our solace, supporting each other through the darkest of illusions." Aria, attuned to the celestial rhythms, smiled and said, "In unity, we find the light to illuminate our way through the shadows." Riven, the inventive mind, realized failure is not the end but a stepping stone to progress, and our unity drives us forward. Solus, now fully attuned to the light, acknowledged, "The darkness of our past does not define us, the light of our unity does." Lyra, the guardian of secrets, affirmed, "Our trust in each other unveils the truth, dispelling the illusions of betrayal." As they journeyed through the desert of illusions, their bond grew stronger, fortified by their willingness to confront and conquer their deepest fears. Each step they took, they did so with greater resolve, knowing that their unity was not just their strength but their source of growth and resilience. The desert's illusions were still formidable, but with their companionship as their shield, they were ready to face whatever lay ahead and embrace the destiny that awaited them in the heart of Alvaria.